All right, class. So I'm going to go over Monday's homework with you, um, so that can minimize some of the questions that you might have. Okay. It says campgrounds. Troop 175 is designing their new campgrounds for the first mapping by first mapping everything on a coordinate grid. They have found a location for messing hall and for the cabinets. They want the bathrooms to be halfway between these two points. So they want the bathroom to be halfway between these 2 points here. Okay. So so you have to use the midpoint formula, which is midpoint formula, which is add the x values together and divide by 2 to find the x coordinate for midpoint, and then add the y's of the endpoints, add those together, and divide by 2. Okay? All right. So the ordered pairs for a midpoint is going to be 6 comma 3 for one of them. Okay, so you got 1 over 6 and up 3. And then the other one is -4 and -1. Okay, so -4 is over 4 and down 1. Okay, over to the left 4 and down 1. So you're using the midpoint to figure out where the bathrooms would be. Okay, all right, let's look at the second one. The second one here says Carolina traces out a spiral shown in the figure. The spiral begins at the origin. So right here at the origin is where it begins. What is the shortest distance between Carolyn's starting point at the origin and her ending point of the spiral? The ending point of the spiral is right here. So we're looking for this distance right here. Okay, that's the distance that we're looking for. So we are going from 0, 0 to 2 comma -5. So you can choose to do Pythagorean theorem, or you can use the distance formula. It doesn't matter. Okay, however you decide you want to do it. This is the slanted side. You draw a right triangle. Okay, you count the number of units this way, the units this way, to figure, and then use Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared. Or you can use the distance formula, which, remember, that's d is equal to square root, and in parentheses, you got x2 minus x1, square it, plus you got y2 minus y1, square it, all up under the radical, and you just use order of operations. You can choose whichever one is the easiest for you, okay? That's your discretion. Choose whichever one is easy, whichever method is easier to use. Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where this could be a, this could be b, and this slanted side is c. Or you can use the distance formula by labeling your ordered pairs. Okay? All right. The last one, number 3, it says Ben and Kate are making a map of their neighborhood on a piece of graph paper. They decide to make one unit on the graph paper correspond to 100 yards. First, they put their homes on the map as shown below. Okay? So they are making a map of their neighborhood. This is the map of their neighborhood. And then they decide to make each one unit to correspond with 100 yards. All right. So first they put, they did all of that stuff. Okay, put it on the graph. The question is, how many yards is Katie's house from Ben's house? So this is Katie down here, and that's Ben up there. Okay. So the ordered pairs for Katie and Ben. This is the ordered pair right here, and this is the other ordered pair right here. Okay, so we have 6 and 2. So you go over 6 and up 2. This is 6 comma 2. And then we have -4 starting at the origin again, -4, and then go, wait a minute, hold on. -2. It's not that far over, Miss Reyes. -2 and -4. Okay, and so you're using the distance So you can either use, let me slide this down. You can either use the distance formula, or you can connect here and draw a right triangle and use Pythagorean theorem. Choose whichever method that you want to use. Okay? It's up to you. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Hope this helps.